Hi, my name is Bob Gallagher. I'm the mayor of the city of Bettendorf, Iowa. Today is Friday, October 15th, 2021. Welcome to my office here at City Hall. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a pretty arduous process we go through every year here at the city that we call strategic planning. This is a great opportunity for our department heads who actually carry out the work plan we create to come together with City Council, who sets that long-range vision and goals for the city, to discuss how we did last year, what we want to see in 5 to 10 years, and what are the steps we go through next year to reach those goals. This is a long process, and it starts with about an hour interview with a facilitator, Lyle Summick, who's been coming to our city for the whole time I've been here, almost 30 years, I believe. He's been here helping us work on this strategic visioning and planning. So he'll do an interview about a month prior to our engagement here at City Hall. That's about an hour with all of our department heads, as well as all of our city council people and our city administrator, to talk about where we wanted to go, what we did well, what we could improve on, what are some of the opportunities in our community, what are some of the things that we find to be threats in our community. So we get all that information, then he puts it together in a bit of a packet that we work on for a whole weekend. This weekend was last weekend, our strategic planning weekend. Starts at 8 o'clock on Friday with the department heads who meet until about 4 o'clock, talking about what they got done, their stumbling blocks, and some of the things that they see as opportunities for next year. City Council joins the department heads at about 4 p.m. on Friday, and we listen to the department heads go through their program of work and where they'd like to see their departments go in the future. We have some feedback and some comments. We work together as a team that evening to kind of gel with those department heads and see if our vision from the council perspective has reached those department heads. I'm happy to report it's a great team and our vision is live and well with all those department heads. Then on the next day, last Saturday, City Council comes to City Hall at 8 o'clock, and we worked this week until 3 p.m. because our beloved Iowa Hawkeyes were on TV and we got to watch them. But typically it's still about 5 o'clock. During that time, we go through the strategic planning model that we use here at the City of Bettendorf. And really, that model starts with our vision. That's the destination point. What do we want to be years from now? How do we want to be seen? What do we want you all to think of the work we're doing? We put a plan in action to reach that, and each and every year we have snippets of that plan carved out to get there. Now, things come along like COVID that we didn't foresee, and that throws our plan off, obviously, but we continue with the execution of that plan as best we can each and every year. We have a mission to uphold, and we have core beliefs, all of which fit right into that long-term strategic plan. So after we kind of take a look at that plan, we look at last year's performance on those goals that we set. We have a laminated back and front piece of paper that all council people and our department heads have at their fingertips each and every day that has the action items for the city as a whole divided into each of those departments, and things that management does, like continuing education and growing our next generation of leaders to carry out this plan. Then we look to our strategic action plan in the future. What do we want to see? Are there new things that have come up or new areas of town that we want to see and develop some plans to include some funding to do something new? All of this work takes place on this weekend and some other days. We came back Sunday at 8 a.m. and we worked until about 3 p.m. on Sunday. We always hold Monday in case we need it, but in the 10 years I've been here, we haven't used that Monday. We bring up strategic discussions on critical topics that affect the region or maybe the nation or the world. So new things pop up every year, and this is a great time to build camaraderie around a common purpose here in the city of Bettendorf for our city council members, this vision for the future. Then we put together through a voting type plan, like you would in any other SWOT analysis, if you will, those top and high priorities for the city to accomplish in the next year, knowing that some of those are 2, 3, 4 years down the road. For instance, we have a great development that happened out at Middle Road and I-80. We want to continue the TBK Sports Complex growth, as it's a great way for us to bring other people to our community, to show them off what Bettendorf has to offer. That's a great tourism opportunity to bring other people's money to our community. So we need some work on I-80 and Middle Road, and most of that work has to be done by the Iowa Department of Transportation. So we need to advocate for the new interchange there, which is not in their 5-year plan. So that is an example of something that we may be doing a lot of next year, like we did last year, but it may not bear fruit within the year, if that makes sense. These items all come together over this strategic planning so that we can get them into the budget. Now, city staff, including our finance department and department heads, will start working on that budget late in every year. We have to certify that budget in the mid-spring, so we get it at council in January and February and tweak that thing and work all of these priorities into the budget, including streets and sewer projects, things in parks and recreation, maybe the museum, the golf course, all the training that we do with all of the folks that are here. And now that we've got worker shortages, or maybe a population shortage, if you will, we need to figure out the best way to get all of those things that we do for the citizens done to the standard of care that we have expected from our employees. Whether that's going to be more full-time or part-time workers, those are the decisions that we make come budget time. We will continue to work on governance issues, how we as a council relate to one another. What are some of the ground rules that we want to work on so that we can be seen the way we want to be seen in the public, as a professional body that works well together. Even when we disagree on certain topics, we let the disagreement on the topic remain, but we don't attack each other or our staff. Things of that nature that we work on. And we'll have the same consultant come back here in January to continue to work on how we integrate the, if there are any new people that get elected each 2-year cycle, into the culture that we've created here at the City of Bettendorf. And that's a culture that was that predates my time, but we love the culture of the can-do attitude, find a way to get it done and make sure you're getting it done right. That is a culture that permeates everything we do, from the city council and the mayor to our city administrator, department heads, down to our frontline workers that you might see on your street or when you come to City Hall or one of our other buildings. So a lot goes in to the great work that the employees of the City of Bettendorf perform on your behalf each and every day. We want to make sure that we continue to be one of the lowest cities in terms of the money or taxes we take from you, but you get the highest level of service of any other city in our region and in our state. Tough work to do, and that takes planning. That's what we did last weekend. I hope you enjoyed today's mayor's message. Have a great weekend.